Rags, are you ready for your first live stream on YouTube? Realizing there's no one there yet, I want to go ahead and say hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction, plus Rags. Hi, Carrie. I'm just sitting looking at Rags. It's just me and you, sweetie. I just spontaneously went live. I just finished walking her and she did her business. Hi, Crochet. Well, so I hope we don't become an actual high flies. I am not going to become a real dog rescuer, but we have Rags. And it looks like we're probably going to keep her. How are you guys doing this morning? I'm smoking a cigarette. I hope there aren't any little ones watching that go, that old lady's smoking a cigarette. So, and we'll get a shot of her here in a minute. She's now in the, I guess it's not a catio now, it's a doggy-o. She's napping. So here's what we've learned. At 8 o'clock this morning, I drove out to the veterinarian's office to pick up her meds because Rags has a UTI and hookworm. So after picking up her meds and scheduling her spaying, which is November 15th, and getting her a, hi Terry B, what's it called? A Kong, C-O-N-G, I think it's what it's called. The veterinarian gave me one for free. I know, cool, right? And it's supposed to, you guys that have dogs, you may already know about this. Now, as I've mentioned, since Saturday after rescuing Rags, I have not had a canine since 1976, and he was a teeny tiny house dog. Hi, Puppy Red Mustang. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Hi, Sassy Ann, and I am taking advantage of my friendship with John, our animal control officer. He came by and scanned her to make sure, hi AC, John came by and scanned her yesterday morning. I think it was yesterday morning. No, it may have been, actually, now that I think about it, I think it was day before yesterday morning. John, hi Cotton Candy Boobs. John, our animal control officer, excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I beg your pardon. Came with the scanning device. She has no chip. I didn't expect her to. He gave me loads of good advice, and I inquired about the law in Arkansas when it comes to canines. The law requires that she has her immunizations, which she got yesterday when Ryan, Dr. Sarton, made the house call. So she got both of her shots, And as previously reported, the urinalysis and the feces testing, which revealed that she does indeed have the UTI and she does have hookworms. So after I left picking up her meds this morning, I went to Dollar General and bought a 6-can package of Pedigree wet dog food because the hookworm meds she has to have for 3 days. Hi, Heather. She has to have for 3 days. It's a powder that has to be mixed with food. The treatment for the UTI is 2 pills a day, which I crushed and put in the food as well. As soon as I got back, she's already had it. It's a pill, and rather than trying to use the pill shooter on her that we have had provided to us by one of our beautiful viewers here, I just crushed it up and mixed it all up in there, and she chowed down like it was nobody's business. But there are, see, 2, 4, 6, 8. She has to take the pills till they're all gone, twice a day in her food. So I think there's 14 days worth. Kids, I would have to go and look at the package to be absolutely sure. Hi, Judy, Vermont, or Judy VT. I think VT stands for Vermont. So the overall report for our newest rescue, which is not a feline, is Rags appears to be between 6 months to 1 year old. Other than the UTI and the hookworm, she appears to be in magnificent health. So you guys want to see her? Hi, Kiki Eyes. Hi, Patty Ponytail. Hi, Wendy. Owen, well, Dr. Sarton is guesstimating age based on her teeth. She has a tiny bit of tartar buildup. So that's why he thinks she's over 6 months. Guys, I don't know. You guys that are canine lovers and have dogs, help! Help! So I be the bean. Guys, I love her so much. This is ridiculous. I'm a cat person. Let me get another puff and we'll go into the doggy-o. Hi, Kim. Listen, Rags and Mr. Grayson, those two are a riot. I tried to record some to do a short. I couldn't hold the leash and get a decent shot because it was, see, let me relight this. Rags will, she'll do the things doggies do. She goes down like this, all the way down, looking right at Mr. Grayson. And then Mr. Grayson, he'll come up to her like he's the boss of everything. No claws. He doesn't use claws. And he'll pop, pop on her nose. Pop, pop. And she'll, it is so funny. So I'm going to do my best to get video of them playing, but it's really hard because I have her on a leash. Hi, Eve. So it's a play stance, Wendy. Okay. Now, you guys know we have a huge yard. So hang on. Let me put this out. I don't need to smoke. Hi, Kimberly in Connecticut. Mr. Grayson, you think that's it? He's welcoming her in? Now, let's see. I'm going to take you guys out of the tripod. So we're going to get unsteady here for a second. If I've missed you in chat, I'm sorry. Rags, are you ready for your first live stream on YouTube? Are you ready for your first live stream on YouTube? Here's your conch. Here's the thing I was talking about. I put peanut butter in it. Dr. Sarton gave it to us for free. Oh, it's called a Kong, K-O-N-G. And Dr. Sarton gave it to us at no charge. And he said for a puppy like her, who gets bored, that it helps keep her occupied. It helps keep her busy trying to get the peanut butter out of it. And he says it's almost indestructible. It's made of hard rubber. You guys probably already know all about them. I'm probably preaching to the choir here. I'm getting the idea that furry feline monsters of mass destruction plus rags may have a lot of canine lovers as well as furry feline lovers in the audience. So I don't have a rabies tag on her yet, but because I'm going to wait for DeBoss to get home this evening so that he can help me make sure it's on there really good. And when she gets spayed on November 15th, we're going to have her chipped. So this is an old cat bed that I had in there in the kennel, which, as I've told you kids before, the boss brought home this wooden pallet from the lumber yard so that it can be slightly elevated above the concrete of the carport here for protection from moisture absorption. Moisture absorption. With my doggone bridge in, kids, I'm still learning to speak clearly. I'm sorry. So anyway, this is going to be her doghouse. We're going to turn the 8-foot by 5-foot catio that you guys are all familiar with, okay? We're going to enclose it for the winter, okay? I mean, it's going to stay under the carport, but we're going to enclose it so that this whole thing can be her doghouse, okay? She made a bit of a mess, didn't she? And she's been chewing on the wood over there. So I've got a little bit of cleanup to do here. Hi, kitty cat. But, okay. Then last evening, I gave her the flea and tick treatment, chewable form, and gave her the heartworm. It's for heartworm and something else, but I can't remember what the something else is. So as you can see, she's very stressed out. She doesn't like it here at all. But there she is. The newest addition to Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And there's her buddy, Mr. Grayson, staying nearby. So I guess we'll let her have her nap. I guess we'll let her have her nap. So here comes the e-begging for anyone who can and wants to. The veterinary bill this morning was $334.20. It's paid in full. I wrote a check. But if you are in a financial position that you can assist through PayPal or Cash App in order to replenish the funds for the rescue, that would be awesome because I just used them all up. So, I mean, we're fine. We're okay. It's not like anybody's going to go hungry around here or the bills aren't going to get paid, okay? Bills are paid. Pantries are full. So it's not one of those kind of e-begging things. It's one of those, here's how it is, and if you can help, we will appreciate it. And if you can't, don't worry about it. Okay? Okay. Now, I feel like I'm going to need to go over to the Amazon wish list and add some doggy stuff. She's going to need a suitable bed. Hi, Bama fan. Baby's here again. She's laying on a cat bed, okay? Now I'm going to leave the kennel, this bottom kennel, in here as well, you know, up on the pallet. But let me stand up here. When she doesn't have this, which I don't know why she seems to prefer it, even though she doesn't fit on it. This is an old chaise lounge chair that when I was young and looked good in a bikini, I used to be a sun goddess in. So what I did is I just left it folded. So it's a trifold. Then it has a new furniture wrapping blanket, an old clean rug, and one of my old hoodies that I rubbed all over me to make it smell like me. Okay. She has food dishes. She has a water dish, but she's going to need a suitable bed. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Let me step out of here. She's such a good girl. You're such a good girl. So let me step back a step so that you can see. And based on the advice and recommendations of John, the animal control officer, as well as our veterinarian and his assistant, Amber, this is better than what she would have at the shelter. Compared, according to John, compared to what she would have at the animal shelter, this is a palace. She is not going to the shelter, no matter what I have to do. Hi, crazy chicken lady. She's staying here. And like I said, no matter what I have to do. Well, as long as it's legal. As long as it's legal. So, Mr. Grayson is doing great. Aren't you, Mr. Grayson? Mr. Grayson, could you please be kind enough to at least turn around and let... Fine. We'll leave you to your grooming. Yes, Sassy Ann, it's a world better than the animal shelter, honey. As I've already told you guys, and listen, I'm one of these people that I really believe that certain things happen in our lives according to a plan beyond our own. Now, I was distressed on Saturday evening after I called the police department about her. And the dispatcher informed me that they had gotten a call on Friday from the shelter saying, don't bring any more dogs. We're beyond capacity. Because that was my intent. John, our animal control officer, does not work on the weekends, but I did text him. I let him know, look, I can wait till you're on duty. Don't leave your family and your children. Come when you can. And he did. He reiterated what the police department, he actually is employed by the police department. And he reiterated what they said. They're beyond capacity. He had a pup in the back of his truck that he had no idea what he was going to do with. So back to what I was saying about, I believe that certain things in life happen for a reason. To some of you, this may sound really stupid. I believe everything went with Rags the way it did. And I believe the shelter was full so that she could not go. That she would get everything she needs from somebody who will love her. Now, as I mentioned in the video the other day, the best would be if she could be with a child to grow up with. Because the boss and I are not young. But I'm going to give it a go. Because Rags and I have already bonded, you guys. She bonded to me before I bonded to her. And I hope you all understand, hi Cat's Eye, that although in some people's wives, in their wisdom, would say, this is not a good idea, I love her. She loves me. She loves the boss. What do? She was thrown out, like I said, like a bag of old rags. Just left in the rain. So, good morning. I'm sorry I missed the name, but I saw good morning. Hi, Tammy T. Thank you for understanding. Wendy, I hope that they will. Darling, none of them even live in the state. My grandchildren and my great-grandchildren are scattered throughout the Midwest. Yeah, Elizabeth, we may find a perfect someone down the road. The very, very most perfect someone may come striding up one day and say, oh, we love her. But here's the thing. She has to love them. Y'all, she reminds me so much of the very first dog I ever had. His name was Rags. They don't look the same. He had longer fur. He was almost solid black, except he had a white star in the middle of his forehead and a white chest. He was just an old mutt, and I was 4 years old. He followed me everywhere I went. We lived out in the middle of the country on an old dirt road in north central Arkansas. Barefooted little kid, me, running with Rags all over the place. The first time that I actually petted this puppy's ears, it felt like Rags's ears. Her ears flop around when she lays on her back like his did. And when she looks into my eyes, it's the same face. I'm not saying that it's Rags. I'm saying that's why I love her. And no, I'm not crazy. I've just fallen in love with a doggone dog. So, I guess we can see if we can see a few cats. Oh, wait. Before we go in, here's what I was going to show you and speak to you about. Now, we can go to our local Tractor Supply and get what I'm about to talk about. But if anyone can afford to do so and wants to go to Chewy or Petco or Amazon.com, any of those places, I want to get one of those things that screws down into the ground that has a really long lead on it for after she gets spayed. But out here, let me flip the lens. Come on. It's being stubborn. Okay. You guys know that my yard, we're just going to walk it since we're on here, at least to the edge. Okay. This is where she goes to go poo, and I have to go get the bag and come and pick it up because of the hookworm for sure. I mean, I would pick it up anyway. Okay. This is my yard. So, out here, she can be on one of those things that corkscrews down into the ground, and there's absolutely nothing out here, nothing that she can get tangled up in. And it will allow her to be outside of her doghouse without being on the leash for her protection. Flip this back around. Sorry, trying to get it to flip. Okay. So she has this huge expanse where, in good weather, of course, I'm not going to put her out here in the rain or the snow or anything like that. But during good weather, or on a day like today, I mean, it's cloudy and it's autumn here in Arkansas. But she loves the grass. So that's one of the things I'm going to need. Those are the two major things coming up, if anyone can. A suitable dog bed and the thing that goes in the ground, whatever it's called. And if nobody can, then we'll get it. We'll get them. If anybody wants to send dry dog food, just please make sure it's a decent brand that's not mostly fillers and all that kind of ucky stuff. Yeah, be the bean. Welcome home, Rags. She's up. She got up. Here goes Jeremy the mailman. But she will not pee or poo anywhere near the carport, the house, or anything. She wants to go over here. My finger, when I point my finger, it makes it go out of focus. I'm sorry. We walk up the ditch line. I do not let her on the pavement. I'm training her where her yard is. We walk the perimeter of the yard. If anybody that knows dogs has better advice for me, please leave it in the comments section below this video. But that was the only way I could think to train her. This is your yard. So she is not allowed to touch the pavement. We walk the ditch. She gets up beyond that light pole. She squats and goes pee-pee. We walk to the corner. Then we come this way and we get about midway. Trying to flip the lens back around. Hi, Victoria. Hang on just a second. Okay. We walk about midway at the outer reach of the yard, and she will not go poo till she gets all the way to the edge of the yard. Yay! I've still got the blue bags from Little Old Man to pick up the poo, which of course I want to be very diligent about, especially until the hookworm is gone, because we don't want that. Dr. Sarton said, you make absolutely sure you wear your shoes in your yard. Well, I wear my shoes in the yard anyway because of the cats. Because you never know when one of the outdoor rescues may have gotten worms before they have their next visit. And, you know, the ones like Mr. Big Stuff that come and go, that don't actually stay. They just come and eat and then go back wherever they go. I don't think Mr. Big Stuff has ever been to the vet. So I'm cautious about things like that. So let me get a sip of my soda. How long have we been on here? 33 minutes. Okay. Thank you, Carrie, for dropping the link to the Amazon wish list. Be the Bean, you had a bloodhound that you trained. It's not hard to train a dog. It's all about understanding each other. My dog could track anything, especially me. Be the Bean, she has her nose to the ground almost all the time. Like almost all the time. When I'm walking her, she's got that, and she's sniff, 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 sniff. Oh, Eve, so are you. And thank you for saying that and recognizing it. I am a kind soul. I've always been a kind soul, sometimes to my detriment. And you guys, when she's gaining confidence, you guys are kind souls. You're here and you understand. Victoria, I did see your comment, your chat. We didn't mean to, just like we didn't mean to become cat rescuers. There are videos, honey, already on here the last couple of days explaining what happened. What are you doing knocking your dish over? So, Fly, your husband can come home today? Flies, how is he? How are you? I love you so much. I love you, crazy chicken lady. Oh, when your boy does that for attention. Flies. We need winter dog clothes, kitty cat. Hey, I never thought about that. Need to buy her a sweater? Get her own hoodie? Flies, honey. You know, I don't want to get too personal on a live stream on YouTube. You know how people can be. A hoodie, Owen Flo. I can picture it. I can picture her in a hoodie. Crazy chicken lady, you got Edna the frog hoodie on Team. Do they really make hoodies for dogs? I was joking because I'm a hoodie girl. I mean, I'm sure you guys have realized almost every time you see me, unless it's hotter than the dickens, I'm wearing a hoodie, and it's usually a really old one because I can't give them up. I'm one of those people that I'm not getting rid of that hoodie until it's in shreds. Wendy, are you kidding me? You're kidding. They actually make hoodies. Elizabeth, your Louie fostered hundreds of kittens. You're a hoodie girl too, Owen Flo. They make hoodies for doggies. Okay, I'm going to try to scroll and hope if anything bad happens, it's because I touched something bad. But I want to see what Fly said. Got him covered for what I have to do also. So God is good. Yes, Flies on the coleslaw. God is good. Absolutely good. He'll bless the living dickens out of us if we let him. You know, you have to allow it. The good Lord above's not going to force anything on you, even the good stuff. You have to accept it. I'm not going to get all preachy on you, but I love Flies on the coleslaw. I love all of you, but I actually, you know, I communicate with Flies on Instant Messenger. So I know a little bit about what's going on with her and her husband, and I've been so worried about them. Hi, Cheryl Mahaffey. And Flies, you see what Carrie's saying there? We are praying for both of you. Lots of people are praying for both of you, just like lots of people prayed for DeBoss when he got hurt. And look how well he did because God helped him. Edna loves clothes, crazy chicken lady. My mom's name was Edna. My mom was the only Edna I ever knew in my whole life. Is Edna your puppy? My mom would think that was funny. Hi, Elizabeth Anderson. How good to see you, darling. And I love your advice. Don't you ever, Elizabeth Anderson, baby, don't, when you message me, don't Well, you say whatever you want to when you message me. But I don't feel like you're bossing me around. I asked for advice. Now, if I'm going to reach out and ask you kids for advice and then you give it, what kind of person would I be if I said, stop bossing me around? You're not bossing me around. You're doing what I ask. You're trying to help me out. Hi, Cash. Yes, I'm causing trouble again. I'm always causing trouble, Cash. So are you. You better be good. Oh, don't ask you, Cash. I'm asking you nicely. Okay. I want to show you guys, so because I told you, but I want to show you before we say goodbye, that the packages that have been arriving are still sitting unopened in the living room. As I explained in the video, I think it was yesterday, no, it was Monday, why you did not get a live stream on this channel on Sunday for the package opening. It was because of rags. We're adjusting. You see, I'm one of those people that getting up in the dark, getting on my robe, going outside, putting the leash on the puppy, taking the puppy for a walk with a flashlight in the dark, it's a little bit different. I'll be back in a minute. She starts crying when I walk away sometimes. But because you guys know we're all about transparency over here, I did want to show you before we say goodbye. Let me flip the lens here. Okay. That, and babies, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and open these. Because, let's see, hang on just a second. Here we go. All right, I'm pretty sure the small packages are filters for the water fountains. And I'm pretty sure that this is cat food. And I think I'm going to have to go ahead and open them. I know Cotton Candy Boobs said go ahead and open the Chewy package if we needed to. Honey, I need to. But anyway, there's our Julie Newmar, our Trey Amigos, our Baby Dumpling, Strudley Doolittle. Did you turn over the boss's trash? Okay. And someone has opened the door. There's Willow. Just in case Yorkshire Rose comes in, we got to see Willow. Willow, you better come here and say hi to your mommy across the pond. You better come say hi. She's like, no, I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Guys, I haven't done a lick of housework today. So it's going to be an absolute mess in here. You may want to cover your eyes. Oh, be the bean. Oh, be the bean. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, well, I'll text the boss. He's at work, of course. I'll text the boss and say, don't go to Tractor Supply. There's one on the way. Okay. Thank you, Be the Bean. Oh gosh, I've got YouTube running in there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to enter the Kraken area, which is going to be a total disaster area. The day bed isn't made. I slept in there last night. And YouTube is running on my desktop, so as soon as I open the door, I'm going to have to hit the volume because we do not want any kind of copyright strikes. But Carrie Bishop, would you please cue the dramatic music? Don't, 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 don't. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Kraken Kitties. Kraken Kitties, we're live on YouTube. Did you rearrange my wardrobe again? Thank you so much. There's Summer Lucille. Everybody, the 4 Kraken cats, you guys already know, they had their annual checkups and their shots last week. And everybody's doing just fine. Summer Lucille, there's Utah. You got an eye booger. Let mommy get the eye booger. Let me get the eye booger. Let me get the... Okay, fine. Everybody has new collars on out of the beautiful collection of new collars that were sent some months ago by Flies on the Coleslaw. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Here is Lady Opal Moon with her new yellow collar, and nobody is sneezing. Everybody got over their allergy. It was not an upper respiratory infection for anybody. And there's Wells. Hey, and there's a baby duck. Wells, you're being kind of chill, buddy. You're not being wild. Anyway, Wells has on his new green collar. Utah prefers blue. Summer Lucille. So all the Kraken cats are doing great. Cash, thank you so much, darling. Crazy canines have considered. Oh gosh, Cash. Cash. Honey, thank you. You always make me laugh. When I said be nice, I didn't mean send me money. I meant be nice in the chat and don't cuss. But thank you, honey. Thank you so much. It's showing up as $2.46. Is that pounds, Cash? I'm not familiar with the... Oh, you silly. What do you mean? Cash. Cash, sometimes I think you're one of those people that wants people to think that you're not nice, but you really, really are. I could be wrong. But you're awfully nice to me, and you've been a member over here ever since we got members. So, I'm thinking Cash is okay. And I don't just mean greenbacks. Yes, you are. Don't you argue with me. Do you have any idea whose channel you're on? Don't you know how argumentative I can become, Cash? Okay, here's the thing, Cash. I'm going to make you a deal. I won't spread the rumor that you actually are a very nice person, as long as you keep coming over here and saying hi to me. How about that? Carrie Bishop, 4 months, a Kraken cat. Congratulations to Carrie. Yeah, she's been here 4 months. Carrie was our very first member. The moment that memberships became available, yeah, Sassy Ann, that's what I've learned. Why do they even make them? Why do they even make a pet product that is dangerous for the animal? Is it maybe like they didn't know when they first started? Or what? But yeah, Owen and I think was it Sassy Ann? Cotton candy boobs. Y'all, if you don't see it in chat, Cotton Candy Boobs has just ordered 2 beds, food, and some bully sticks for what's a bully stick, honey? I don't know what a bully stick is. Okay, now back to the rawhide. Okay, we're not in an hour yet, guys. I'm gonna relight the cigarette. Crochet, you've been devil cat, you little devil cat, you for 3 months. Guys, do you know what I realized a couple of days ago? This channel has been up for a year. I started this channel October 2022. Can you believe we've been here a whole year? It doesn't seem like it to me. Cheryl, what are you saying, baby? You guys know I get so scared trying to scroll. Cheryl, I can hear the boss now saying, load up to rags so they can go on an adventure, maybe even. You know what? She really, really likes the boss a lot. And our neighbor James came over, let's see, day before yesterday morning when, I don't need to close the big door, when Rags was still doing the thing I told you guys about where she's like, oh, I'm not going back in the doggy-o. So I'm going to just lay down on my back, spread-eagled, right here. I'm going to go full, what they call dead weight. And you're going to have to pick up my 35 pounds and carry me to the doggy-o because I don't want to. Well, James, the gentleman across the street, saw her doing that. He was out working on his house and he came strolling across the road and he was like, Susan, do you need help? Do you want me to pick it? She heard his voice. She jumped right up. Her tail was wagging. Her whole hind end was wagging. Like from the waist down, she was wagging. I think she likes guys. But she just loves, yeah, and the boss has got a truck, Cheryl. Now, here's the thing. You don't want a dog loose. That would be dangerous, right? I don't want her riding in the back of the pickup truck. Well, she couldn't anyway because it's got it's got a hard cover. Not like a tarp or something like that. It has it came with from the factory, like one of those hard covers that's hinged and it covers the entire the bed of his truck. I don't want her riding in the back. I see that. I see people doing that. Please don't hold it against me if you do that. I'm not being all judgy and all of that, but maybe I am actually. No. So there's got to be a safe, proper way for her to go for a ride. Do they make seatbelts for dogs? I mean, you guys know when I transport the kid, only time the kitties leave the house is to go to the vet, and they go crated with a tether. Cheryl, I think it should be here in Arkansas. It may be, I don't know. The people ride all over town here. Well, okay. I'm over exaggerating. It's not like every other truck has a doggy in the back of it careening around town. I didn't mean it to sound like that. She's gone back to sleep. Sassy Ann, they make get out of here. They make car seats for dogs. This is crazy. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to try to prop you guys up here for a second, and then we're going to say goodbye because we've been on almost an hour. And like I said, and as you could see, I have not done a single lick of housework, and I've been up since 5:30 this morning. It's Rags' fault. I'm going to blame her for anything and everything that does not get accomplished. Okay, let me set you down here. All right, now, Sassy Ann, they have car seat. Okay, now that I could, as long as she's secure. You know, for one thing, there's the thought, if she's not restrained in some way, that she could like jump onto the steering wheel or the person driving and something horrible could happen. Well, we don't want that. Or like if you're in a situation and you have to slam your brakes on, but there's no accident. I don't want her going through the dang windshield or slamming into the dashboard or something, guys. Okay, so I need to, harness. Okay. Because the other thing I said to Dr. Sarton yesterday morning, I said, look, how am I going to get her out there to be spayed? I mean, I don't know. I told him, I said, I know she'll go in the crate because she likes to sleep in there. And it's big enough for her. I mean, it's a dog crate that was gifted to us by one of Bob's customers. Long story. I won't go through the whole. Just it was given to us by one of Bob's customers, DeBoss customers. So. But even if I got her in the crate won't fit in my Mustang. So, okay, so before November 15th, then, I need to get whatever is necessary. I'll go to Tractor Supply. And my neighbor, her daughter works at Tractor Supply. So I can just talk with her because Tractor Supply has, as I understand it, has loads of doggy stuff. I don't know how to doggy shop. I mean, I know how to doggy shop. Well, no, I don't know how to doggy shop. Harness and seatbelt. Okay, Owen, and those of you who do this, do you put, like in my car, would I put her in the front passenger seat and like turn off the airbag, or do you put them in the back seat? I know, Crochet. God has helped us this far. He's going to keep on helping us. Cash, what I mean is, I'm trying to think, what else is it done? Okay, the law in Arkansas. She has to have food, she has to have shelter, and she has to have water. And a rabies tag, a current rabies tag. That's all the law requires. Well, I'm a law-abiding citizen. No problem there, regardless. But beyond that, okay, here's what Dr. Sarton said yesterday. She needs food, water, and love. Okay, I got that covered. We're covered. Sassy, you use the back seat. The back is safe. Okay, back safe, just like with a little child. Like if I had one of my grandchildren in a booster seat that I would not have in the front seat. Basically, treat her like a little kid. I mean, kind of. Okay. So basically just treat her like she's a toddler. Okay. Now that I know how to do. I know how to transport toddlers. So. Cash, this girl is so sweet. She's cat friendly. She is submissive. The first thing she does is lay down and roll over on her back and show her belly. Kimberly, I'm like a new mom for a dog. Yeah, basically. Instead of middle of the night feedings, I'm doing middle of the night walkings in a robe with a flashlight. I'm really glad I have a really big yard. Y'all, a standard city block, okay? I don't know the measurements, but just in your mind, a standard city block. Our yard is 1/4 of a city block. It's big, you know, for being in town. Well, Cash, the only place I would be driving with her is to the vet. I don't know where the boss might eventually end up wanting to take her. I'm going to be very reluctant to allow him to have her away from me, just like I would be with the grandchildren when he took them fishing. Not because he's not a good papa. He is a great papa. But he can get occupied with what he's doing, like fishing, and maybe not pay the attention to her that I expect to be paid to her. As in making sure everything's okay. And what if she jumps in dirty water? That may be how she got the UTI. Dr. Sarton said she may have gotten no, it wasn't Dr. Sarton, I'm sorry. It was John from Animal Control. He said she probably got the UTI from either drinking or getting into dirty water. Crazy Chicken Lady, all your babies go with you when you go to town? Oh, and Flo, Beth. That's right. She's not a cat. She has to be bathed. How do you bathe a dog? Oh, and Flo, I do too. Yeah, I sub to the channel that you're mentioning, Michelle Walks. I sub to both of her channels, actually. Y'all, if you're not familiar, it's in a totally different sector of YouTube. But Michelle After Dark and Michelle Walks has, is it Cassie and Miss Tillington and now Noodle? They walk with her everywhere and they stay with, well, Miss Tillington runs off sometimes. And they come back and they're into and they get in everything. How am I gonna? Tilly, Cassie, and okay, yeah, Tilly, Cassie, and Noodle. And they get in that and they just get so dirty. Rags loves to roll around in the grass. But okay, Sassy Ann, your Tractor Supply has a grooming area in the back. What? Outdoor hose down? Yeah, okay. Okay, so do I need to get dog shampoo? I mean, does she require special, or can I? Guys, I'm sorry. I know you're not I can Google all this. I'm sorry. I shouldn't expect you guys to sit here for over an hour telling me. Okay, I can bathe her at Tractor Supply. Okay. Cash, according to, without a DNA test, of course, which I'm not going to do, Dr. Sarton said that he sees a little bit of pit, Labrador, and Border Collie. No need to shampoo every time. Okay. Your answer for everything, Cash, all dogs individual. Yeah. She has quite the personality. I mean, like, am I being too weird? I think she actually has a personality. But maybe I'm humanizing her. Hi, Blue Eyes Dumplings. Not crazy by a crazy lady, you were going to say. Border Collie. Well, baby, I'm saying it's obvious. I'm not only not an expert, like I mentioned at the beginning of this live and in a previous video since this has happened. I have not had a dog since 1976. And Peedly, my little dog, was some kind of a little teeny mutt that was all jacked up his back end was jacked up like a race car. And he had the fur and the markings of a Pomeranian, but he was the size of a Chihuahua. And he was smaller than he was about the size of Will-O-Wisp. Tiny little thing. So, I mean, that was like, and I had him, let's see, I had Peedly for 3 years, and he got sick. But anyway, after that, because of my lifestyle as a professional entertainer, for years on end, I had no pets at all because I was on the road all the time, or often. And it wasn't fair to an animal for me to try to have a pet. Then probably about 1993, I decided at that time it would be okay to have a cat because I wasn't on the road all the time. I might be away for a weekend, but I had a friend that could like come cat sit and stuff. And then the boss and I got together, and when I would be on the road performing, he was home. So I had somebody here, and and it's different with cats, as you guys know, I'm sure. So this is okay. I can't say in all honesty, this is all new to me because I have obviously had actually I've had 3 dogs in my life, but none since 76, and never a big dog. So I'm not feigning ignorance. It's just I value your advice. And dogs are different. Train, socialize, feed, and love. Now, the boss brought home, I can't think of what they're called. It kind of looks like what are they called? Give me a minute, I gotta think. Those little sausages that we humans can buy, like at the checkout stand, Slim Jims. They look like Slim Jims, and they're like the same kind of texture, but they're beef. He bought her a bag of those last night, and after 2 tries, she will now fall. I have one. I keep one in my pocket when I'm walking her to do her business. And as a matter of fact, I just found evidently I still have some in my pocket. I give it to her after I give her, and they're about the length of a cigarette, I guess. But I guess I'll just keep it in my pocket for later. And after 2 tries, I think she's pretty smart. After 2 tries with the thing I described for her to do her business, she will follow me. I give her a bite, and she keeps, I'm trying to think how to describe it. And instead of laying down to avoid going in the doggy-o, she'll keep walking with me. And I tell her she's a good girl. And we keep walking, and then we get so far, and I give her another little pinch and tell her she's a good girl. Well, the second time I did that, she walked all the way with me and walked right into the doggy-o where I gave her, I thought, the last morsel, but I still have it in my pocket. So now I don't know anything at all about sit, stay, heel. I'm going to have to Google all that. But she basically heels on the leash without command. And according to Dr. Sarton, when I described to him the way she acted the first time I put the collar and leash on her, in his view, she has never had a collar or a leash. That's one reason I'm thinking she must be pretty smart. AC. She got her first grooming yesterday and she loved it. This was little old man's brush. And once little old man went inside and he wasn't doing well, we didn't get to brush little old man anymore because it was not comfortable for him. So Rags now has her own brush. And I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Sorry. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. It still kind of cuts like a knife, y'all. A little old man still kind of cuts like a knife. Sorry. So yeah, Crochet, yay, cool. She's got her own brush, and she's asleep here now beside me, and we've been on here over an hour, so it's time to tell you how much I love you all. To thank you for being here. To thank you for your continued love and support of this channel. For the rescue cats. And now Rags. Rags the puppy dog. Darlings, please remember to spay and neuter your fur babies. Please remember to take them for their annual checkups. Make sure to maintain the good health that you and your fur baby have worked so hard to achieve. Keep everything up to date for them, their shots, all of that. Please always be kind to wildlife. We are encroaching on their habitat. They're not encroaching on ours. They need our help, not our hindrance. And you know what I'm going to say next, because doggone it, it absolutely is the most important thing. Please always be kind one to another. It's not going to hurt you one single bit. It's not going to cost you one thin dime. It will come back to you tenfold when you very least expect it, yet need it the very most. And as always, what's new, pussycat? Oh, 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 oh. And whiskers. I got it. End it. Bye. I love you. Bye.